The man in front realizes that he might be trapped in an endless loop. As soon as he steps out of the exit in front of him, his back foot will return to the starting point from the door behind him. Even if he runs desperately, it is all in vain. After trying for a while with no results, the man removes the password lock on the door, and then resets it to factory settings. Then the door opens with a sound. He pushes the door and walks in, but it is unexpectedly still the same. He goes back to where he starts. The man is utterly perplexed. Could it be that he is trapped in this endless circle of rooms? The non-believer looks back at the door. Then he sticks out half of his body. Unexpectedly, a bizarre scene replays. His body is split evenly between the left and right sides. The man is very confused. Following the departing figure's own footsteps, he carefully observes every corner of the room, hoping to find a trace from inside. However, he thinks for a moment but finds no clues. The terrified man swiftly pulls back his left foot. When he fixed the electricity meter just now, all was well. But after fixing it, it becomes like Tishi takes out a white note from his pocket when he regains his senses. The note has the company's spare password for employees. The man has to try his luck at the door lock. He inputs the password again. With a ding sound, the door opens. But the result is unchanged. It remained futile. He couldn't escape from this eerie room. The man stands there, overwhelmed and unsure what to do next. Covering his hat on his head, he tries to calm himself down. There must be a way out for sure. He just hasn't found it yet. After a quick thought, the man finds a solution. He unravels the tool bag from his waist and grasps it. He goes to the front door and pries it to open. Then uses the bag to fill the gap beneath his feet. This way, the door can be fixed securely. With everything ready, the man stands up. He bolts for the exit ahead. As long as his speed is fast enough, perhaps he can break through the spatial cycle. The result is not as expected. Despite using all his strength, he ultimately fails to escape from this strange room. Since a head-on approach doesn't work, the man must temporarily compromise. He must eat first. After eating cookies to regain energy, he stands up again. He approaches the lock and opens the door. Now, he lacks motivation, with just a hint of unwillingness remaining. The food in his bag can only last him for 2 or 3 meals. Soon, he will die of starvation in the room. As time passes, the man's mental state begins to become somewhat abnormal. He stands, waving his hands and feet incessantly. In this airtight room, it is possible for a normal person to become as crazy as the man. With the electric drill in hand, the man dismantles the combination lock. As he crosses the neutral wire and the live wire together, the door behind him opens mysteriously. Immediately after, a black leather ball rolls out. And then it closes. When the man turns around, the door returns to its original appearance. The bewildered man can only continue fumbling with the wires in his hand. Accompanied by a surge of high-voltage electricity, a bulb-like object suddenly appears and floats in the air in the room. The man swiftly disconnects the live and neutral wires as the object grows and threatens to break through the room. Only then does he manage to eliminate the monster. Medical staff enter after him. As they walk by, they seem unaware of the man. After the woman escorts the patient away, the man intends to leave with her. However, the next second, he finds himself back in this damn room. The desperate man slams his hat on the ground forcefully, expressing his rage. He is tormented to the point of despair. And just as he is about to try electrocuting the medical staff again, a man who looks exactly like him suddenly emerges from the door behind him. The two of them stare at each other in confusion, seemingly trapped in this endless loop of space too. At the first sight of the man number 2 seems guilty of something, running towards the door without hesitation, but end up being cornered by the man. In the tense atmosphere, man number 2 is directly scared and collapses on the ground. The man does not approach again, because now having someone who can speak is better than being alone. The man plans escape while man number 2 sleeps. Since man number 2 was shocked by the password lock, this method could break the curse. He uses scissors to cut his clothes and fixes the ends together. Now that the length is enough, only a conductive substance is needed. So, the man thinks of the milk in man number 2's pocket. As long as he pours water on his clothes, he will have an excellent conductor. He opens the door of the outlet and throws his clothes out. He fixes one end of the clothes on the wire and picks up the other end. Touches the live wire. Accompanied by crackling electricity sound. The man is shocked. When the lights in the room are on again, the previously sleeping man number 2 screams with joy. He successfully escapes from this eerie room. When the man wakes up, he finds that man number 2 has vanished. He realizes that everything he has done is for man number 2 only. Desperate, he reaches the exit and pushes the door to open. Only to find a scene of raging flames inside. The movie ends here.